the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
And your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
Throwing right away is Williams. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
2nd and 10. They go here with the former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bears first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw, Williams. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the gun, here's Williams.
It was a short one caught by Loveland.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
After the interception, here's Goff.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Dio Odengbo.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Williams going to sneak it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Santos lining up
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Just beating the play clock is Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
20 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
T.J. Edwards
from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Gone.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
They showed off a nice juke in the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Makes it 3rd and
at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
Bates' kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. Now Williams. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Swift going to try up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And this throw incomplete. So the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable. Throwing is Williams.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion left comes Williams. Play action. It's Goff. This is caught by Williams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
A gain of 9
Second
yards.
catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
No gain on the
Call
play.
it no gain on the
Brings
play,
up
and it'll be second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the gun on third down, Goff. This pass down the field for Gibbs. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 60 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Bears 14.
5 plays there on that drive.
10.
And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
To throw, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Chicago.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
First down, Bears.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. On play action, here's Williams. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
To the air, Williams.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Williams. Pass caught by Burden.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Williams going to sneak it, and he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of a yard. 1st down, Chicago.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And inches.
Williams going to sneak it.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Here's Swift.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jared Goff and the Lion offense heading out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Goff now to throw. It's Williams on the catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, they picked up 5, needed 4. So to me, you know what that translates back to? Situational football and how they've been teaching it probably since OTAs and minicamps. Going over situations, know what you need, and find a way to get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
39-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
7 yards there and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Caught left side, Williams. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The line of scrimmage.
In motion, the tight end. To throw is Goff.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense and DJ Moore headed back onto the field. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, third down, all you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Throwing is Williams.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal line.
Give him 9 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Williams going to sneak it.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker.
And now it's blocked. The Lions pick it up. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Oh, he shifts past him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll run it with Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Only a yard. It's 4th down.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to look to throw. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. Dances by him. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point forthcoming.
Point after.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes this
So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Looking to throw is Williams. Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brings up second
I have to
down.
think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. He's got right on the short throw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd down at the Bears' 32-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing again is gone. Very short pass here taken in by Laporta. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Bears' 10-yard line.
Now Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, Sometimes the result goes in their favor.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bates' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, able to avoid him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
The coverage by Jack.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So here come the Lions now. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw, Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now it's gone. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Gone.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
Bates' kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A huge play there for Chicago. And even 60 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up second down.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still 3rd down.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
To throw, it's Williams.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense
that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. So out now come the Lions.
The Lions take over first.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery.
Great move by Montgomery.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Play action. It's Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Goff now to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Across midfield at the 48.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Montgomery back to the ground.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A loss of a yard.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Goff.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Goff.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
This for the lead in the final stages.
Bates' kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So now the Bears down by a field goal, 57 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He's back to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
33-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4.
Back to throw.
Gets this to Moore.
What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Zacchaeus here, hauling it in. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.